This program has been incredible for my business. First of all, I had steady orders, so I knew that I was getting a certain amount of orders each week ahead of time, and that enabled me to plan my harvest.
Twin Tree Farms is a 47-acre mandarin operation in Madeira that employs a crew of roughly 50 workers. Before this program, selling through wholesalers meant never knowing where fruit ended up.
The volume of the orders enabled us to stay in production and give our people consistent work. You know, without that kind of volume, I have to start and stop and start and stop, and it's very difficult to retain a crew. It opened me up to be able to supply smaller orders where those orders wouldn't have allowed me to stay open. But because I was already open, I was already in production, so then I was able to get more business with other customers. And so it really benefited me so much. And not just me, a lot of people benefited from this program. And it's really been a godsend, and I'm so grateful for it.
And we kind of thought, okay, what can we do that's different? Are there any communities that we could reach that are not currently being served by us? And the main message we got over and over and over again was start small, because these institutions are very large. They don't change very quickly.
The answer they landed on was borrowed from K-12 schools. One featured produce item per month, building buy-in gradually. They called it Harvest of the Month. Starting in July 2023 with 3 facilities, the plan was to add 3 more every quarter.
The timing of getting all of the CDCR facilities on board by the end of 2025 fit really nicely because the California legislature had passed AB 778, which requires that state-run institutions purchase 60% of their agricultural products that they be California grown. So this program really helped CDCR comply with that requirement because they had been largely sourcing from large distributors who were not really clear on where the produce was from. A lot of it was from Mexico.
Spork Food Hub is the connective tissue of the program, aggregating crops from 120 farms across California, about 60 to 70% run by Black, Indigenous, or people of color, and filling orders no single farm could fulfill alone.
One of the things we've heard is that they are very excited to be participating in a new market and that it's made a huge impact on their businesses. We work with Twin Tree Farms, and she grows mandarins. Not only did it allow her to have high volume sales, but because these high volume sales were keeping her packing house open, she was also able to serve some smaller orders and give her people full-time work. What's valuable to farmers in this case, even though it's a lower price, is the volume of the purchase and the fact that it can be pre-sold. So they're gonna put it in the ground and know they don't have to take it to a market and hope they sell all of it. They're gonna be able to just harvest it all at once and send it out, which is really a great way for farmers to be able to plan financially for their businesses.
Being able to sell a good slug of something to somebody who's going to pay on time is huge in the winter. We are struggling to keep everybody paid and plant for the coming year. And so in ways that we didn't really expect, the Harvest of the Month program really picked up where we had an overrun, and they took it. So that's great. People stay and work because it's regular, steady work. They in turn become part of the community here where they live. And so having that stability echoes out into the schools, it echoes into the churches, it echoes, into the stores. These are people who aren't chasing harvests across California or up and down the West Coast. They're here, this is their home. They have year-round steady work, and a program like Harvest of the Month helps make that a reality.
Inside California State Prison Solano, residents say the program has changed something harder to measure than nutrition.
I mean, we basically only get apples and bananas on a monthly basis, day to day. So being able to receive something different, me as well as my peers, was greatly appreciated. It tasted great.
When it was served, I was surprised that a lot of people actually walked over to dining. And I'm like, where are they going? Oh, they're having watermelon. Fresh watermelon? We haven't had that. So I walked over with everyone, and it was great.
For July, getting watermelon reminded us of the 4th of July and being able to celebrate, what we did in our past with our parents.
Well, in 2017, I was diagnosed with chronic kidney failure, and the kind of kidney failure I have, it can get better, but it's all about what I put inside my body. We need more, and it could never be too much, because at the end of the day, we're human too.
I literally cried at some point because I was so moved. For the people that are there, it's a lifeline. And I was able to be a part of providing them that lifeline. And that gave me a tremendous sense of satisfaction and purpose in what I'm doing, in being a farmer, that I'm not just feeding people's tummies, I'm feeding their souls, that I'm helping them to connect to their bodies, connect to their, connect to the earth.
All 30 adult CDCR facilities now receive monthly shipments of fresh California produce, reaching roughly 90,000 people. The UC-A&R grant that seeded the program is ending, but CDCR, which purchases the food from Spork, hopes to continue the program going forward.
This is really, to our knowledge, the first time there's ever been a Harvest of the Month type program in a prison system anywhere in the U.S. Ultimately, our goal is to have farm to corrections be a more mainstream part of the farm to institution movement in general. And so this is just the very beginning of that, but hopefully we've got some momentum going, and we're hoping to see this continue and expand in California and elsewhere as well.
It's coming at a time when a lot of farmers are losing a lot of their markets due to funding issues. Aside from supporting farmers, it's important to be supporting those people that are incarcerated and making sure they get the nutrition they need, and that they're able to have access to fresh fruits and vegetables as well.
Food is medicine in my mind, and that good food can do a lot for all of us physically and spiritually. We definitely look forward to continuing with Harvest of the Month. We like where it's going, and we like the stability that it brings for the farm.
My advice to any grower is get involved in this program. It's wonderful. A lot of small farms are going out of business, and so this program is a lifeline, and so I think it needs to expand. It's really helping a lot of people.